welcome back, everybody. And I hope you had a great day. I hope your week is going on. And I thought we would have to do something like a very, very interesting. I'm not very sure if it's done before, but I figured I'd give it a shot. So let's go. Let's go. Just breathe in. Because this information is going to be needed here. So please, today we've got the clear crystal, the amethyst, and the green moonstone. I hope you chose wisely. So let's get on to pile number 1. And please hit the timestamp that you desire, and let's get to it. Okay. Pile number 1. So here you're reading. What does your pet think of you? Potential, happiness, the Hanged Man, limbo, the Tower, destruction, King of Cups, understanding, and recognition. So thus far I can see is that you do have you are a person of a lot of potential, and that you do have a lot of that, and because I guess it's not very a happy saying, because it would have I think, no, not the dog, but if it was a dog, but the pet, if the dog was a pet, is it, then sure. But the pet is like seeing that you're not a very happy person. You have potential to be happy, as we all do, and it's like how potential and happiness, you do have potential, and you have the potential to be happiness. However, whether if it's from like personal struggles or background, that kind of stuff is like in limbo, and it's not really going anywhere, because there have been a lot of destruction, and the pet understands that. However, even though the pet is understanding of you and your struggles, I mean, like, it observes that destructive behavior that you've been showing it, whether if it was towards them or towards someone else. Like these animals, your pet, know. I sometimes question, are they smarter than humans? And some humans might want to say no, but I would beg to differ. I wouldn't say they're smarter, but they can sense a lot of things that we can't. And as it's been observing you, it understands that you're a young soul, and that you're not very sure of the goings on of your situation in your life. They can tell that you're very lost, and that's kind of why why they might see you as being very destructive. But they also see that you're very understanding of that, and and I love how it concludes with recognition. They recognize that, and you might recognize that yourself. You might be going through a stressful time, or there might be a disability that you might suffer through, and the pet notices and understands that, even though and some disabilities in some situations create this very argumentative, and maybe not just argumentative, but this very destructive behavior. It doesn't mean that you're awful. No, they don't think that you're awful. They are just like saying, hey, I mean, there's something going on, but do you know what? It doesn't mean that this is the final you. A lot of pets tend to be optimistic and see how perspective. Star Brothers. I'm sorry. You got the love. Loosen your grip. The Sea of Mintaka. So the thing is that the pet knows that you are very have a huge chip on your shoulder, pile number one, and it just they do put it in perspective. They do see that there's a lot of light in you, and that you are Star Brothers, and they do want to protect you. And it's like, also, I'm sorry. They're sorry that that you're going through this. Even though they don't understand it, they sympathize with you and say, you know what, this is just really, really, it's awful to witness, and it must be actually a lot more awful to go through than to witness. So they think that you may be lost, but they want to help you find yourself, because and the reason why that they say is that you got the love through them, no matter what animal it is, and just as long as it's and loosen your grip, because I mean the thing is that you might have a lot of trust issues going on, pile number one, but that doesn't mean that at the end of the day that's ultimately you. You might be just going through a certain phase, or you might be just going through some internal chaos, but that doesn't mean that it's forever. And the pet sees that the pet notices that about you, and they think they don't think that you're awful. Okay, they don't think that you're awful. But they can see that you're lost, and that you're damaged in some way. Spiritual decree. Grounding. Power of the divine masculine. Dark night of the soul, not say. Misread that. Unplugged from mass consciousness. And master healing. So they know, and that's what they're here for. Pile number one. They notice that you're damaged, and that you might be that you're looking for happiness, and that there's just been so much destruction. It's because there's a lot of inner healing that hasn't that hasn't come to fruition that you're still going through. And the animal just does want to guide you. They recognize, they think that you do go through a spiritual decree, and that you need to be grounded. You need to be grounded, and you need to be a little bit more in your activate that masculine side of you, even if you're feminine. You're meaning like just take that time to heal. Take command of your chaos, and have you control the chaos instead of the chaos controlling you. The dark night of the soul. You've been going through a lot of darkness, and even though your pet recognizes that and thinks that you've been going through those things, that doesn't mean that, again, it's the be all end all. But they're here. They just need you to unplug from mass consciousness, because you need to start seeing a lot of things in different perspectives, and you need to start healing yourself as well. Yes, they'll help be there to help heal you, but they cannot do it for you. They cannot pull you out of the whatever situation that you're going through. They can't pull you out of that mess, but they can do a little tugging, so that way you have that little assistance. But you're the one who has to put in the work, pile number one, which is it's there to help heal you. It's always going to be there for you, and that's what it's also even letting you know. It's letting you know that it will always be there for you, to heal and help assist you. But they cannot be the be all end all for everything that you're going through. And but they'll always be there for you whenever you need help. Okay, that's very, very encouraging. And thank you very much for watching. We're gonna go on to pile number two right now. All right, pile number two. How does your pet perceive you? What do they think of you? This should be interesting. Wisdom. Practicality. Strength. Stability. The vortex, temptation. Illusion. Options. Wow. Your pet really thinks extremely highly of you, pile number two. They do think that you're wise and that you're stable, whether if it's stable-minded or stable in wealth, stable in your mind. There's some form of stability within you, and that they are very, very much admire. And you sort of live through you you live a practical life, and it's kind of practical it's a practical position for not just for you to be in, but for them to be in, because that's what pets need to be. They just need to be. They'll be there for you and help you out, of course, but they also see that you're not scared to chase after what after after your dreams, especially with the temptation, illusion, and options. They see that even though that you're very wise and practical, the thing is that all of that has opened up a lot of options for you, and they are glad. They're very happy to actually be in your life. To be honest, they do see that you make a very good master. You make a great person, great master, great owner, because you actually give them options as well because of the stability. Now they actually have options, whether if it's you give them the ability to go to school, or like a training school or whatever. You give them the option to be themselves and just be a regular pet. If they are tempted to do something, you know how to deal with it. You know how to deal with the illusions and all that. They know that you are in full control, and they absolutely admire that. Portal. Earth. Cosmic Heart. Starkeeper. Golden Children. New Earth. Not only do they think that you are very stable and you're very in control of what you do, but they think that they just see that you are one of the best owners in existence. They know that you do have a beautiful cosmic heart, and they love you to death. You are Earth. You do lead a portal. You are from a higher being. They think extremely highly of you. Pile number 2. Your pet really sees you as, and they as even a golden child in the new Earth. You bring peace to them. You make their dreams very much come true. This might have been a rescue dog. This might have been or not a rescue dog, but like this might be a rescue pet, a rescue animal. This might be a street animal, or an animal that you found in the wilderness and adopted. It's not abandoned. It's not abandoned. It's not in turmoil. You've given it its home. It's home, and it's like they love what everything is going on and what's happened to them. They see they have put you up to a certain angelic to like godlike complex because of your soul, because of your conscience, because of your empathy, and they just know that you're one of the greatest on this planet, and they are never ever going to they don't want to ever let you go. Master Hilarion and Archangel Michael, eternal now, an invitation to connect. First ray of power. Ascension. The Rainbow Bridge. Star Child. Karmic clearing. Pile number 2, oh my god. They think, as I said earlier, they think that you're the equivalent of a god or goddess. They see that you are wanting to connect with them, and they want to connect, and if not, they want to connect with you because you give them power and they give you power. Right here, you two feed off of each other so well. You're like a dynamic duo, or with your pet, and they can see that you're a star child, that you're one of the best. It's like no wonder they idolize you so much. No wonder they put you at a godlike complex, because it's not surprising whether or not you are. It's not surprising. More likely than not, you are a star child, and they absolutely admire that. And because of that, your pets are very good with testing karma and measuring each other's karma, and they are helping you because of how amazing you are. They're clearing out the karma for your karma. They are purifying your karma, and you're purifying their karma. You both are purifiers to each other, and that is something that they do not ever want to let go. And they just I can't say anything more. You're just amazing. They think you are an angel, a starseed, which most likely, I wouldn't be surprised if you are pile number 2, and that's very, very something amazing to have confirmed. Okay, thank you so very much for your reading. I hope you liked that. We'll go on to pile number 3 now. Pile number 3. I hope you're doing well today. And so, what does your pet think of you? How do they perceive you? Creativity, responsibility, competition, reward, destiny, and healing. Ooh, okay. They think that you're. This is very, very fascinating. You must be a musician or a masseuse, or like someone in like the healing or creative arts, because creativity takes a lot of responsibility, competition, and it is also extremely rewarding. And the fact that they see that, it's like, they see that that you're on your way to your destiny, and that you're healing as well. You haven't met your destiny, so you might, you may or may not have, but they kind of sense that you, even though that you have all this, and the reason why you're responsible and competing and trying to, and that you are creative, is because it wouldn't shock me if you are a damaged soul, like a tortured soul, and they see that. They see that in your work ethic. They see that in the way that you carry yourself, and that you're always trying to reach your destiny, and you're trying to always like be creative, and just just try to create ways to heal and create ways to accomplish things, and your rewards and everything. It's so your pet really does, it admires you, but it's also kind of confused and like, does it really need to be that way? Like, why are you always like this? So even though it's kind of it's encouraged by you, by your abilities, it's also kind of puzzled by the way you may be pursuing things, and it's just and that's not a bad thing. It's just that they might just be a little puzzled, and so they don't have anything against you. They're just they just see that you're very competitive, and that you might be a tortured soul, and they want to help heal you. They want things to come for you. So they actually, it wouldn't shock me if they see all of this in here, and they are actually in full support of what you do, because a lot of our pets do want us to be happy. They do want the best for us. It's not just what's best for them. Yeah, they know that you look out for them, but they also look out for you. So longing for home. Oh. Here, so yeah, Harith, 7 star sisters. Lost lands. Oh, now this makes sense. You're not alone. Be courageous. And I remember. Pile number 3. They know that you're a tortured and lost soul, and they know that just like they can just tell, because you, especially with the first one, Harith, is just that you're longing for home. They see that you don't, that you feel like you're just lost. You're a lost soul. You're trying to find your way into this world, and that's very much why they see that you're creative and that you're in competition, is because you're always looking for that long sense for home. That you want to feel like you belong somewhere. They see that you're just not complete. And not only that, but you have these soul memories of like how you just might just feel. It makes you. Do you know what it would? Your pet knows that you're a tortured soul. It senses that. It wants you to know that that you are not alone, even though you do feel alone with what you do, and you do feel alone, like, no matter what you are, like, everything has everything that you've done, and everything that you try to do, it's just always a reach for purpose. And do you know what, it's understandable. And I remember the pile number 3, your pet knows what's going on, and they will be with you from here on. They know that you remember your tortures. They know that they even remember everything that you've gone through, especially if you've had this pet for a decent while. So, Key of Light, Divine Talents, Initiation by Water, Messages in the Numbers, 11, 11, 11, Family of Light, Orbs of Light. Even though pile number 3, that you have all these, like, darkness going on in your life, and you've been going through tons and tons of struggle, your pet knows that you're a key of light, and that you are talented. And that's kind of like why the creativity and the responsibility and competition, you're using your talents to better yourself, and you're using your talents to bring light to this world. So it will always be there for you, because even though even though it sees that you're a tortured soul, and that you're all lost, and you don't know exactly what to do or where to go, you, more often than not, some of the best souls, if not the best souls, are the ones who go through that all the time, because they're always trying to reach for purpose, and they're always trying to better themselves, and as they better themselves, they better the ones around them. And they see that in you. So you might be going through, in the midst of a spiritual growth that they see, and also, like, the Family of Light and the Orbs of Light. All of this is light. You are light, and you're surrounded by light. And the thing is that that's what, if your pet really sees you that way, how you're not just a divine talent, but you're just like a light on this planet, they know that. And that's amazing. That's amazing how they just see and sense that in you, because it is true. A lot of animals have stronger senses. I said this earlier. In some aspects, if not most aspects, they have stronger senses than humans do. So you're an angel. You're a beautiful, wonderful soul. You're a very wonderful, talented person. So I mean, don't be I was about to say don't be discouraged, but the thing is that even though you've gone through a lot of hell, pile number 3, your pet knows that, and it's there to help you out. And as long as you they'll help you out, as long as you help them out, and they'll help you through this long adventure of soul searching that you might need, or that you might be doing, or that you might or you're about to do. They're going to be right by your side. So they don't think poorly of you. They just know that you need to be finding inner peace, and they would love to help you with your inner healing. Okay, thank you so very much. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe so the echoes expand.